And a big thank you to Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring the KRIM Community Spotlight Program. Happy Monday. Just kidding. It's not Monday. It's Tuesday. Psych. I know. What a great way to start the week. Just, skipping Monday altogether.
I think we should do that every week.
I would not object to that at all. I say we vote Steve Harder for president, and you can make that decision. I will vote for you, Steve. And I said, there we go. You have two votes.
Wow, look at that.
I know. Turn that volume down. Hey, so in the studio this morning, we have Steve Harder and Kaitlin Henning. Kaitlin Henning with the town of Payson, and Steve Harder, just overall, I want to say music man. You're like the Payson music man.
Music man.
Music man. You sell music stuff. You play music. You're like, music's a big part of your life, bro.
It is. It's like I never grew up, Chris. Ask my wife, she'll tell you.
Well, yeah, but that's great. That's like what all of us want. I mean, hey, I talk on the radio and I play music, and so yeah, I guess I didn't either. So it's fun.
Yeah. Do what you love and you never grow up, right?
That's right.
There we go. Wise words from Kaitlin Henning this morning. There we go. So, we're going to be talking about community concerts. Concerts sponsored by or put on by the town of Payson. And then other, concerts that are happening in the community, around town, through different organizations, or just, a lot of live music in the community.
Yeah, as you mentioned, my day job, I do work for the largest musical equipment manufacturer in the world. We make JBL speakers, Crown amplifiers, and all the stuff that you use to record music or hear music live. It's in arenas and stadiums, and those little white speakers that are in the ceilings of all the restaurants and theme parks and stuff that you go to. And so that's my day job, and I started working in music stores when I was a teenage kid and really never stopped. So and I do play, so I bring a musician's perspective to when we partner with the town or the fair or whoever. And my goal is always to try and make the experience for the musicians as easy and as positive as possible.
Nice. I bet they appreciate that.
Well, when they're relaxed, it translates, and the audience gets a better experience. And so
there we go.
That's kind of my approach.
Yeah. So this past weekend, I think there's a few events that locals and regular visitors to the area really look forward to. One of those events is the Payson Farmers Market, and that kicked off weekend, this Saturday, opening day for the Payson Farmers Market. It was packed, and that's right here in the Sawmill Theater parking lot. Great day for them. Over 50 vendors, so that's every Saturday now.
Did we have some live entertainment there this weekend?
Yes.
Who was there?
Stolshine.
Stolshine. Very good.
Mike Stoll and his daughter Melissa Lamb.
Yeah.
Local duet. And I know you play there as well.
I do from time to time, yeah.
So another event that I think people look forward to, the same, with the same excitement, is the summer concert series that the town of Payson does. I mean, they are just such awesome concerts. It's a great venue in Green Valley Park. Every Saturday night, people start showing up 6 o'clock. You can get your spot, because it's kind of like church. I think everyone has their spot they like. Whether it's in the center, on the side, in the shade, in the sun, close to the stage, far from the stage. They have.
And you get judged if you don't show up.
You're like, I didn't see you. Hey, John and Karen, didn't see you at the concert last Saturday.
Right.
Oh, sorry, some stuff came up.
I went to another show.
That's funny. Summer concert series. 7 o'clock is when the music starts. Goes until 9. And it's a great mix between, you have some local bands, some bands from out of town
Yeah.
that some of them have been coming up for years now.
Right.
So it's great, Kaitlin, the Summer Concert Series. This is your first year
It
kind of
is.
working with the Summer Concert Series and putting this together.
So I've been pretty blessed to have experienced the summer concert series before. I
Mhm.
lived here for about a year prior to starting with the town. So before I even got on board, I knew what the summer concerts were about. I
Mhm.
loved being able to go out there with my family and sit in a great environment, outdoors, enjoy pacing.
Mhm.
I mean, that's pacing, you know,
Yeah.
get outdoors, explore, be adventurous, have family time. So being able to sit out there, listen to live music, there's gonna be food vendors. I think at this point we have, depending on the weekend, some signed up for all the concerts, some are picking and choosing, but I believe we're gonna have about 8 different food vendors. We actually also have a local group, Kindness Works. Rick Hinkey and Neil Worthington, two upstanding members of the community, they have put together an organization that's fairly new. Kindness Works is promoting kindness, generosity. That's exactly what this world needs at this point. So
Amen.
What a concept.
I know.
the town's invited them out, they're partnering with some local organizations. So depending on the evening, the concert will have a theme. Kindness works for families, kindness
Mhm.
works for veterans, kindness works for animals. We're gonna have some local partners come out with them. And we're hoping to spotlight what these organizations do for the community.
Yeah, and you know, it definitely is an example of, there's so many examples of kindness in Payson. Because you consistently hear people say, wow, Payson is such a friendly town.
Yeah.
It's such a friendly town. Well, you can't have so many friendly people without having a high amount of kindness.
Yeah.
So this is a very kind community. You have, you know, your few stinkers here and there, but that's anywhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
anywhere you go, there's going to be stinkers.
Mhm.
But you just can't let them get in the way of showing and displaying acts of kindness.
No, overall, I mean, Payson's such a great community, and you know, Lisa and I have been here now, I guess it'll be 3 years.
3 years.
In the fall, and the community is just, it's so embracing, and I think our community is kind of reflective of human nature. You get what you put out there, you know,
Yeah.
and you know, from the my first days here and getting involved with the Northern Gila County Fair, it has just been, it's kind of been a love fest, and it you know, through doing the fair and all these different events, I had an opportunity to meet, is Jeff your boss? I don't want to misspeak.
Yes.
I had a chance to meet Jeff Kopp,
Uh,
and Jeff and I were, we were working on some of the logistics for this year's fair. And he asked me what my background was, and I shared it with him, and he comes from a background of putting on events in Apache Junction. And I explained to him, I was telling him my frustration as a sound man about the quality of sound that is at some of the civic events. Great bands, has no reflection on the talent that we bring in, but the experience for the listener is has been very inconsistent. So over a couple conversations, Jeff asked me to get involved, and so now we're providing world-class sound for the Green Valley Park concerts.
Nice.
And it was really, I was talking to Kaitlin this morning actually, and I said, you know, what should we talk about? And she started going to this thing about Kindness Works. I'm like, well, you just need to come, because that's kind of a whole new element, and the fact that there's going to be new vendors and stuff. So I'm really excited about this year's concert series.
Oh yeah, and we have a list, so let's just quickly go through the list of bands, because again, it is I think a great combination of local bands and then bands from outside the community, but also a lot of different types of music, a great variety.
Yeah, right out of the gate, we're going to hit you with some a cappella and acapella music.
Are we gonna, and we didn't get a chance to practice, but are we gonna do a little acapella this morning, you know, the three of us, a little?
I think this is,
Allergies.
I got a cold. Oh my.
I guess we're not gonna be doing that.
No.
No.
No, so, yeah, the MC6 acapella group, they're a doo-wop?
Yes.
Doo-wop
Yeah.
group?
Yep.
Are you familiar with some of these that I'm not? Because I know some of them.
Yeah, I know some of them. Again,
Okay.
I'm fairly new, so still learning, but.
And they've been coming up, I wanna say, for, wow, at least 4 or 5 years or more.
And speaking of them, they've come up several times.
Yeah, yeah.
Well received. They know our park. They're very excited to have great sound.
Yeah. That is.
It makes it
great.
easier for the visiting bands.
Yeah.
So they'll be here this Saturday, right? And what time does it start?
Saturday. Concert is from 7 to 9. So again, if you want to get there early and get your
Yeah.
prime spot, maybe get some food, get settled in, and
Yeah.
they'll start about 7 o'clock.
So can we eat, like, can you get dinner there now? Like, is
Yeah,
there?
There's a
Oh,
couple
yeah.
different food trucks that are coming out. There's some snack vendors and light up toys and things like that. So we'll have something for everybody.
Yeah, I know it usually is a case where vendors are told, hey, if you can be set up by 6 o'clock, so that way people that want to come out, that want to eat before the concert, they can get some food, dessert, snacks.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
They'll be up and going prior to 7.
nice.
Good, and then the following week,
Uh-huh.
I'll just do June for now.
Yeah,
We have our local band, our very own Soul DeVille.
nice.
They played, I think, at Mackey's this last weekend.
Might have. I know John and Lou Carpino, I think they played at Mackey's this weekend too.
I know
Yeah.
Soul DeVille has been at the golf course a few times.
Yeah.
And I
They're
think
playing
they're
out there.
Best of the Rim 2023.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And they play at Mackey's, I think they play a few places down in Tonga Basin.
They do. They're a super solid band. Easy to listen to. Stone cold pros, in my opinion.
Yeah.
John Carpino and the Hot Cappuccinos.
Cappuccino.
Hot Cappuccinos.
Cappuccinos.
They'll be here on the 17th, and I'm really looking forward to working
Oh.
with them again. And then on the 24th of June, a band from Phoenix, they were up here last year, called Take Cover.
Yeah.
Great little power trio,
Oh, yeah.
as I like to use.
Power trio.
Power
I
trio.
like that.
They're kind of
Yeah.
a pop trio, but they're
Yeah.
good.
They do a nice variety of music, some newer stuff, classic stuff.
something for everyone.
Something for everyone, yeah.
Yeah.
They've played up here on July 4th
Yes.
as well, so yeah, they do a great job.
And then speaking of July 4th, who's playing on July 4th? Do you know?
Outside the Line. They're a
Ooh.
Phoenix band, and
Mhm.
they've been up here a time or two. They're
Yeah.
the real deal, and we're very excited to have them out. They're actually going to be part of our concert series later part of July as well.
Gotcha, outside the line.
Yeah.
So yeah, July 4th, also a great celebration in Green Valley Park. Beautiful venue, Green Valley Park. What's so nice about it is how, you know, you're spread out. You can be spread out, you can get your own little spot, and well, I remember being at some 4th of July's down in Phoenix, downtown Phoenix.
Yeah.
Not only are you baking, because it's
Yeah.
100 and whatever, but like blankets are literally overlapping.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you're in there so tight, and it's not a fun experience in my opinion. So Green Valley Park, it's just real nice.
It's gonna be great. We'll get in there early and we'll have our sound system set up, so we'll be running tunes throughout the day.
Nice.
I think the band is gonna play
4 to
from
9.
4 to 9.
Wow.
It's a long set for those guys.
Super
They'll
sick.
have some intermissions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing a pie eating contest, so top of the hour. If
Save
you're
yourself, Chris.
interested, sign
Go into
up,
training.
Sign up beforehand.
I'm hopeless. I did a pie eating contest one time. It might have been July 4th. I tried to, you know, block that memory because I did horrible. There was a 9-year-old girl that, you know, did better than me right next to me. I think I just wasn't my thing. I picked coconut cream pie. That's my favorite because they asked, what pie would you like?
It's probably a bad choice. You gotta go lighter. I'm going like, you gotta go with a fruit maybe. Maybe a
But then
rhubarb.
chewing. I thought this one I could just like slurp it.
Oh,
and
slurp it.
And you don't have to chew coconut cream pie.
Yeah, see?
I mean, you're gonna choke on pudding?
Yeah.
Method
Pie?
to the madness.
Yeah,
I
so
like it.
I thought this is a slam dunk. And no, but then I realized I like how it tastes and I didn't want to ruin it.
So you're savoring it?
So I'm savoring it. I'm like, this is good.
Can I get a glass of milk, please?
Go. And again, this 9-year-old girl next to me, her face is down in there and she's like, oh, going
Maybe
for
you
it.
gotta get one you don't like. Maybe
That's what I
the
thought.
trick.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. So when the bell rang or when they said you're done, I looked down and it was just shame, like shame. I'm like, this is so bad for a grown man, and look how much pie.
Well, you have just over a month to
No,
develop that skill set.
I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna
I'll
do it
save you a
again.
spot at the table.
No, I would go with the dunk tank.
Let's hear
I
from
would-
the community. If you think Chris should be in the pie eating contest,
Oh
just
my
send him a
gosh.
message on Facebook,
Yeah.
right here at KRIM Radio.
Thanks, Steve.
Yeah,
Thanks.
um,
No, I think you should be in it, though.
No, I'm busy. I've got faders that need to be moved. I'm a very busy man that day.
Oh,
Thank you.
so yeah, a lot of great activities. July 4th, hometown celebration. It's really cool.
We're excited. We're gonna have food vendors out there about noon,
Mhm.
ready to go. So if people wanna get there early,
Mhm.
people set up sometimes the night before and
Oh,
stake
yeah.
out their place. So
Oh, yeah.
we'll have food ready for lunch. We have kids games sponsored by Razor Thin Media. It's 1 to 4 for kids games. We'll have the pie eating contest, top of the hours while the band plays.
Mhm.
And then we also have free watermelon for the public that's sponsored by Arizona Institute of Dermatology here.
Wow.
So we're excited. We got a couple good sponsors. We got a couple things planned, some things that haven't happened in a while.
Yeah.
Kids soak zone. So
Ooh.
we're going to be battling that heat with some water activities. And
Yeah.
if parents want to run through that zone, we don't blame them.
The zone,
and
soap zone.
we're also splitting up some of the vendors, so we'll have it a little bit spread out, so
Uh-huh.
it's more accessible for people that are, on further ends of the park. So
Mhm.
we'll have a lot of activities planned.
Yep, and darn you, Steve, do have a comment here on our Facebook Live from Kat Nagard over at Payson Community Kids. She says, "Go, Chris! You can do it." I second you for the pie eating
There
contest.
you go.
Kat, no, please.
It's a movement. It's officially,
Oh my
it's
God.
I'll have that spot saved.
Yeah,
That's good.
Oh, pie eating contest. Oh my gosh. I'm starting already. I kind of have like some PTSD.
well, so, and here's, you just say reserved for the mayor of Payson. That way nobody's gonna sit there. It's not like, because sometimes, you have just the reserve sign, you can move
Yeah.
it or pretend you didn't see it.
Yeah.
But if you say it's the mayor, then people, it'll also attract more people. I'm thinking we might be onto something.
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep those cards and letters coming, folks.
I'll like pick a kid. Here you go, kid. Take my spot. You can do it. Yeah, I got confidence. I got faith in you. Oh man, but a fun time. So
Yeah.
July 4th, and that's what is it? What day is that this
That's
year?
a Tuesday. Yeah.
A Tuesday.
And fireworks are going off at 9 this year.
You know what that means? It's a 4-day weekend.
4-day.
Yeah. Then you're gonna roll in on Wednesday, and
Oh
you
my
got 3
gosh.
days of work, and boom, you're right back at it in the weekend.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I hope I can do that. So, hey, we have concerts, the summer concert series starting this Saturday, again in Green Valley Park. You can get there a little bit early. Food vendors should be set up, ready to go by 6, but concert starts at 7, goes until 9 o'clock. And there's a concert every Saturday until the end of July, also July 4th.
Except for that first weekend in July because of the 4th of July.
4th of July,
activities.
gotcha. And then also concerts or music at Northern Gila County Fair.
There is,
You mentioned-
the fair this year is September 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Mhm.
And we, as a group, the board of directors, we feel like we're way ahead of the game this year. And actually,
Nice.
it's really nice. We got some great funding, grant money from the state, came in early this year.
Nice.
And I'm happy to announce that we have got an Eagles Ronstadt tribute band booked for Saturday night,
Whoa.
September the 9th. They're coming in from Southern California. They're called the Eagles Ronstadt Experience.
Phew.
And they're
Huh.
amazing. They're
Yeah.
it's a great collection of music, fantastic musicians. You can learn more about them. I think you can Google them, Eagles Ronstadt Experience. I think that's probably their URL as well, the Eagles Ronstadt Experience.com. Yeah, so they're going to be our headliners on Saturday night. Excuse me. Friday we're doing our opening ceremonies. It's really important for those who have attended the fair in the past. We have moved the dates. Thursday was usually our opening night, and we would close on Sunday. This year we'll be open all weekend, and we'll start on Friday, and we'll have a kids' day still on Friday, and then Friday evening we'll have our opening ceremonies with the assistance of the 108th Army Band. This year they've assured me lots of brass, like trumpets and trombones, and we'll have a nice patriotic ceremony, and then we'll have a still waiting to confirm, but I think they're going to send me a rock band to come and close the thing out for us. Do 2-3 hours worth of music on Friday night.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because when you mentioned, Eagles Ronstadt Experience, and I'm thinking, the Eagles, Linda Ronstadt? I'm like, okay, what's the connection? And I just had to, look this up.
Yeah,
and
go.
also looking for, that band's website. But it's interesting because the Eagles says they weren't even a band, a separate group, when they played their first gig together, July 12th, 1971. They performed as the backup group for Linda Ronstadt.
That's right.
Wow, so they weren't even the Eagles.
No, I actually think they called themselves Stone Pony. Now, some dude who's nerdier than both you or me on music is going to blow you up and say you should be in the pie eating contest on the 4th
why do you
of
have
July.
to work around
and
to that?
then,
There's no connection
comment
there.
on that as
No.
well.
So that's really cool, that connection. Linda Ronstadt and the Eagles.
Yeah, it's really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that is, again, at the Northern Gila County Fair.
Yeah,
What are the dates?
September 8th, 9th, and 10th this year.
So you want to mark your calendars for that. And, there's also, you mentioned, farmers market, there's live music there. I think every Saturday they're having live music. We're right here in the Sawmill Theater building, our new office for KRIM, looking out onto the Mackey's patio. I think almost every Saturday they have music out there. Rim Country Barbecue right across the street here on Main Street, live music.
Yeah.
There's a lot of live music.
Yeah, I implore you to go out and support live music. It's especially coming out of COVID. I hate to use the C word on the radio, but that put such a cramp, I think, on all of our lifestyles, and it particularly hurt the musicians and the companies, everything associated with live entertainment. And now we're back. Get out, support them. Please just tip them. They don't make hardly any money. I know the folks who hire them, very generous with their time and their space. But there's a joke out there in the musicians community where I get in my $50,000 car with $10,000 worth of gear to drive 50 miles to make $100. and unfortunately, that is it's still true today.
Yeah.
The wage is pretty much the same as it was in the 70s for guys who are out there playing on the weekends. So go out, support them, tip them, show them your love, because we really do it for the love of playing music and entertaining, for sure. I know we're getting close to time, but I want to make sure we talk about the new date for the Fiddle Festival.
Fiddle Festival.
Yeah,
So
what do we got for that?
this year we've decided we're gonna kind of give it a little bit of a refresher. We're combining the food truck festival with the Fiddle Festival. So we're gonna have both on the same weekend.
There we go.
Lots of food, lots of music. It's Arizona's state championship for fiddles. It's all age divisions. You can register online. We haven't opened it up yet. We're getting there.
Gotcha.
But it's going to be a great event this year. It's
Nice.
late September 22nd through the 24th, I believe.
Gotcha. That's great. Fiddle and Food Truck Festival.
How about that?
Yeah.
See? The 3 F's right here in Payson.
Right in Payson. Fiddle and Food Truck Festival. No, that should be really good. That I think will help draw more people out to
Exactly.
the Fiddle Festival because, oh my goodness, I know we had been vending out there for years and it's a wonderful event. Great event. So many great musicians. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm looking
fiddlers.
forward to it.
It's something. So to try and get more people out there so they can enjoy the music. And like you said, it's a state competition.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal for these guys.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to give it the refresher that it deserves.
Yeah.
Get some people out there, and that music, it might not be for everybody, but it's a dying art. And I mean, it can be appreciated and should be appreciated.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, and it's wonderful, and you have all generations. That's what's so cool. You have kids, the small fries, and they're out there, on the.
You know what? That's what it sounds like to me too.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
well,
It's,
and, but hey, they're young and they sound better than I do.
Yeah.
So, but then you have the old timers that have been playing for a long time, and it's really great to just to see all the tradition.
Yeah, and I think combining it with the food truck festival is going to be, it'll just be a lot of fun. I think it allows the town to focus the resources and really create an event that will attract folks who either here just for the Fiddle Festival or at least provide an opportunity for people to be exposed to that event in a way that is maybe less challenging.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I'm excited for that. That's really cool to hear. And what you want to do is make sure you go to PaysonRimCountry.com and check on look at the event calendar.
Right.
So you can see all the different events the town of Payson is putting on or they're involved with, like the Northern Gila County Fair, got the August Rodeo coming up, world's oldest continuous rodeo. I mean, there's so many events throughout the summer here in Payson. You don't want to miss any.
Yeah.
And so make sure you check out that calendar.
And Parks and Rec, we have our new Facebook and Instagram up and running. So it's mostly tailored to the locals to give them updates on road closures and events and things like that. So
Nice.
if you can, make sure to follow on Facebook, Payson Parks and Rec, and we'll keep you updated.
Wonderful. There you go. Well, hey, look at that, 10:30.
Look at how time flies when you're talking pie. Once
Yeah,
again,
pie eating, yeah,
we
yeah.
want Chris Higgins to be in the pie eating contest on the 4th of July. Just drop him a note right here at KRIM. Sure you can find him on Facebook. Chris Higgins, thanks for being on the community spotlight today.
Yeah.
And he's
So,
looking for a pie sponsor.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe somebody from the Crosswinds can hook him up.
Oh, yeah.
Mary Johnson makes a great
Oh,
pie.
Mary bakes a lot.
Yeah, she does. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking you might have your own pie sponsor before the end of the day, Chris.
Yeah,
There you
there
go.
we go.
Yeah.
Just what I need. Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome.
Caitlin, it's a pleasure. You're welcome back anytime.
Thank
Steve,
you.
I don't know. Only joking. That's good.
Great stuff.
No, it's fun. It's always fun. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for really stepping up. I know you've been doing a lot since you've been here, in the community.
Yeah.
And man, you're just like taking it to another level now with just supporting the local artists, local musicians, the town. You've announced parades now, the Electric Light Parade, the August Rodeo Parade. So thank you for all you do for the community.
It's my pleasure. And I'm doing some work recently with folks up at Chaparral Pines. And Josh up there is an awesome supporter. So I'm just happy to do anything that I can to make the live experience better. So whatever I got in the bag, I'll use it.
There
for
we
sure.
go.
Thank you.
There you go, and thank you, Caitlin, and welcome aboard. I know recently coming on with the town of Payson, so thank you for all
You
you're
got it.
doing, and yeah, it's going to be a great summer.
We're excited. Lots and lots of activities planned. Come on out.
There you go. So it's time to get back to the music with some Fleetwood Mac, Natalie Merchant, Jimmy Buffett,
Whoa.
and more. I know.
James Buffet?
James Buffet. Yeah, that's more formal.
Yes, sir.
James.
That's right.
James Buffet. But first, let's get a quick update from the National Weather Service.
With this morning's KRIM weather forecast for Payson.
We're out. We're out. See, easy. You're a natural.
Tuesday, we'll see plenty of sunshine with highs topping down near 80. Southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour becoming southwest.
There we go.
Clear tonight, lows around 44. Southwest winds at 5 to 10 becoming calm throughout the evening. Sunny skies on Wednesday, high.
There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
Way to go,
Good
dude.
job. Yeah, that was fun.
That was
Good job.
fun. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
pie eating. Oh, man. that's-
It's on for you now.
I know, golly, I don't know how. Gonna get out of that one. Pie eating. Yeah, like I said.